Hello, hello, welcome. Are you a woman network marketer or a woman entrepreneur in the health and wellness industry trying to build your business online and you're doing all the things? You're trying to build using social media, you're just not getting the results you think you should have achieved at this point. You're doing what your upline's telling you or what your other people are telling you to do. You're just not seeing those results. Well, I was there once, and to say the least, I invested in myself to learn a better way. And today I'm going to share three things that you must do to grow your business online using social media. First, if we haven't met before, my name is Darla Hardy, and I coach and mentor women entrepreneurs and network marketers in health and wellness to build their tribes on, and grow their income on social media. I'm coming to you from StreamYard, so above my head, there's a link that you have to click and give them permission to use your name. Otherwise, it just lists you as an anonymous Facebook user, and then I can't really follow up if you have questions. And I do want you to have questions. Also, if you're coming to me live, put hashtag live. If you're coming to me by replay, put hashtag replay. Tell me where you're coming from, what the weather is where you're at. I'm in central Pennsylvania. We're just going into spring. It's starting to get very, very nice. So tell me all of that, where you're coming from. Also, if you're joining me on my Facebook group, great. I'm glad to have you there. If not, I'd like you to request access to my Facebook group, which is Health and Wellness Women Entrepreneurs. Build your tribe and grow your income. If you're following me on Instagram or TikTok, please do. Or if you're seeing this on YouTube, please subscribe. Or if you're not, go to my YouTube, Darla Hardy, and subscribe. Hit the notification so you know when I'm going live. So let's get to the meat and potatoes of this training. And I want to pull up a slide. So we're going to talk today about the 3Ds for online business success. The three things you must do to build online. And that is draw in your perfect audience, develop relationships and engage with your audience, and drive your business growth. Those three things. Now, I want you to look at these columns as pillars holding up a roof, and the roof is that 3Ds for online business success. And the writing in those pillars are actually the building blocks to maintain those pillars so that you maintain that roof of the 3Ds for the online business success, whatever that is for you. It may be to achieve weight loss, it might be for skincare, it might be whatever your niche is. The roof is that overall success, and those three columns are the pillars that need to be in place to get that goal. Needless to say, if you don't have the building blocks in place, then those pillars become unstable. One may be higher than the other, so your roof is a little off or angled or cockeyed, whatever you want to call it. But you need to have what's in all three of those pillars across the board equal, so that you can maintain success. If you are lacking in one area, it will show up as a weakness in your business, and then you will not see the success that you are looking for. So we're going to talk a little bit about all three of those tonight. So first, drawing in your perfect audience. First, that starts with your own foundational mindset. You have to overcome your limiting beliefs. You have to get that self-confidence and that posture so you become known as the expert in your niche. And you do that a multitude of ways with your content, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But it starts with believing in yourself, so that you believe that you can get this done and that you can do what needs to be done to build your business. That's that foundational mindset. Second, you need to detoxify your personal profile. And I mean that by Facebook and Instagram, TikTok as well. You have a very short period of time for people to be interested in what you have to offer. So you need to have a nice picture, no company links. Don't be what I affectionately call a P3, a product pusher patty, and put products all over your Facebook page. And you also need to look at your friends list and your friends and family list. And I'm talking about the algorithm on that, and that's the second portion on there. If you do have a lot of inactive people on your friends list, they will hold your algorithm back because Facebook is only going to put your content out to a set group of people, a number of people, not a specific group of people. If those people are not active on your profile, then your content kind of gets lost out there and it does not get reprocessed out to other people. So if you get lucky enough and say you have 500 friends, but only 10 of them are active, if you get lucky enough and that content gets put out to a couple of those friends, and they react to it, engage with it, then it might get put out to a few more. But if you have a lot of inactive people, then your content gets put out to people who aren't looking at it, and then that kills your algorithm. You need to keep that alive. You also have to develop an avatar. Know exactly intimately who you are speaking to, because I've used the saying before that if you're speaking to everyone, you're speaking to no one. By that I mean, if you're standing on a box in the middle of Grand Central Station, screaming what your offer is to the crowd, nobody's going to hear you. You have to know exactly who you're speaking to, and your content needs to speak to that person. Need to know exactly who they are, name them, what they believe in, what platforms they are on, what their likes and dislikes are, if they what books do they read, if they are into sports, what sports. You have to be so intimately knowledgeable of who you are trying to attract so that you know exactly who to speak to when you're creating that content. And then also Facebook, creating a Facebook group. Many people out there have the VIP groups or they have the ATM groups, whatever your company decides to make or what you make on your own. You have to drive people to that Facebook group, because groups are social media communities, and that's exactly what Facebook is prioritizing now, is activity within a group. So one of the things that I teach in my program is to coach and mentor you to create a group that has a nice name to it, that is searchable in the groups, and it's a focus search, and it's something that's trending. So, number two, developing relationships and engaging with your audience. You have to create a DMO, or a daily method of operation. Carve that time out of your schedule to do the things that need to be done every day, even when you don't want to, even when you're tired. You can do these things in 20-minute segments or 10-minute segments, and you can build a business in less than 60 minutes a day. It's going to be a little bit of a slower build than somebody who's spending 6 hours a day, but you can do it if you are working another job um, in 60 minutes a day. During that time, you will need to be making those new connections daily, sending out at least 5 friend requests every day to people that fit into that perfect client avatar, and then following up on those conversations and creating those relationships. Your content that you create and post off of your content map that we talk about in my program has to speak to that avatar, but it also has to fall underneath the pillars that you need it to speak to create that successful roof. So yours might be skincare, and your pillars might be, you know, a taking your makeup off at night. What are you using as a base or a foundation, and what serum are you using? You can have 3 or 4 pillars holding up that roof. How do you get to that overall goal? And that content is what we use to create your content map that's relevant to that perfect client, that will speak to their pains and desires and make them want to continue following your content. Once you capture their interest with that content, then you continue to drip value on them in that Facebook group, but also in the email that you acquire when they come into your Facebook group. Because remember, Facebook groups, you don't own that. Uncle Mark owns that. What you will own is the email address of somebody coming into your group, and that is golden. Then you can email people and continue that dripping of that value, because it's probably not going to happen. But if Facebook goes out of business tomorrow, you are lost. But if you have that email group, then you have a golden list to continue to drip that value. And last but not least, you need to drive your business growth. You have your newbies coming on board. When the time is right and you've developed those relationships, which could be, for some people, it could be just a couple conversations. For others, it may be a couple months of conversations before they are ready to listen, for you to be able to promote your offer to them. And sometimes they say no, and that's not necessarily NO right off the bat. It might be KNOW, or it may be this isn't the right time. So if they say no, say thank you, ask for a referral, move on, but reset on your calendar to follow up with them. Say, do you mind if I follow up with you in 60 days? And set that on your calendar and make sure you do follow up. They will be impressed that you do. At some point, they will become interested in your offer. Okay. But when you do get somebody on board, when you get that team builder, not just a customer, but that team builder, you have to have a process in place where they see success fairly quickly, or you will lose them. If you do not show them success very quickly within the first 30 or 60 days, then they're going to feel like it's too hard and they cannot do everything that you're doing to be successful. So, again, draw on your perfect audience, develop those relationships and engage with your audience, and drive that business growth. Okay. So, with that, I want to thank you for joining me. I do want to talk a little bit about I just updated the coaching program to a subscription membership. And we also have content creation calls and heart math calls. I know of no other program out there that has a subscription membership with a content creation coach and a heart math coach all in one, where you can join for a minimum of 3 months and then however long you want. And that gives you access to all of the digital content. If you want more information, put TBS in the comments below. And I also want you to join my Facebook group, Health and Wellness Women Entrepreneurs, Build Your Tribe and Grow Your Income. Find that. I'll put the link in the comments below and I will get you approved in there. And also follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So have a good night.